Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to the Rough Draft Sportscast. I am your host, Damon Kennedy. So let's get into this thing, man. So, what if I told you I knew a way to make playing football a little more feasible in this pandemic? You'd listen, right? Now, what if I told you could do it for under $150K? Oh, and that's total, as in total for the league. You'd probably think I'm crazy, but I'm not. $150K could save football and make the NFL millions in revenue by simply adding a $4 replacement plastic shield that'll cover the face mask. This thing prevents any spit being transferred from player to player. It's honestly one of those things that kind of slaps you in the face once you realize the simplicity of it. This small plastic shield will allow football to be played on a full scale, not only in the NFL, but also in the NCAA for quite a small price considering the revenue that'll be generated by being able to have a full season. Not only this year, but in seasons to come. And it's not like they have to invent the damn thing. I found it in like 30 seconds on Google. This plastic shield can be used by each player once a game and then disposed of safely. Now, I know some people will wonder if this face shield will inhibit breathing or does it, make it hard for these guys to perform, but it doesn't. These face shields sit clearly in front of the face mask, so the player, is able to get oxygen. There's no barriers. The one exception on the field, I think, would be the quarterback, and that's for two major reasons. Number one, they have very little physical contact with opposing players with the exception of sacks, or if they take off in the open field. Number two would be the fact that they're the only player on the field that needs to communicate by voice only. Defenders can use voice, hand signals. There's a bunch of different things that they can use to communicate play calls. They're used to that, especially playing on the road. But then you got to worry about the sideline. So in this current epidemic, there's no need for any extra personnel or non-suited players. If you were not good enough to make the game day roster, then you can watch from home like everybody else. We don't need the guys on the field with the hats and the hoodies and the t-shirts, and slapping everybody's helmets. There's enough players on the field to do that for themselves. Now, as for coaches, including the coordinating booth, I think all coaches need to have a mask on with the exception of the head coach. So with that actually only leaves one player and one coach from each team on the field without a mask. That allows the refs not to need them during the game. So let's get to the real topic here of how did I get to 150K? Well, let's do some math. So 46 active players times $4 equals $184. Now, if you take that $184 and you times it by 20 weeks, assuming you run the table and go straight to the Super Bowl, that only comes out to $3,680. Now, if you take that $3,680 and you times it by 32, but, obviously not each team will win the Super Bowl, but stick with me here. We're creating a baseline. So that gets you to about $117,760. So that other $33,000 can be used for, other face shields for practice or, any other needs. It's crazy, right? Thinking I just saved the NFL season for $150,000. Like, the fact that I'm just a guy recording a podcast in my apartment and I came up with this solution should tell you something. It's literally an easy fix for a major problem. And as far as fans in the stands, I have a couple of solutions to that as well, but we'll have to save that for the next episode. So as usual, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, become one of the RDS gang. You've listened to the rest. Thank you for rocking with the best. Rough Draft Sportscast. Y'all be easy.